Well, it's the beer video, and yes, it is Christmas Eve, and we're a day late coming to, well, not really, because I'm gonna put this up right after we're done, Helen. We're not gonna make them wait till tomorrow, but it's been a weekend. How are you?
Good. So we had our little holiday party yesterday. That was pretty fun.
Did the cats behave?
Yeah, surprisingly, Marinus is mostly just chilling out. She only snapped at one person, but you know, I was expecting worse, so good for her. Um, and Sauron just slept in our bedroom. Um, so yeah, shockingly well behaved.
What about that?
Yeah, the main behavioral issue was my friend Nick, who I guess had been drinking since noon. Um,
Yeah,
so had to be a little managed at several points, but
should have gotten him on the beer video.
yeah, he's very loud. It was funny. I invited him and my friend James over, and they're two people I know where their indoor voice is kind of like a toddler's outdoor voice. You
Yeah,
know,
I know those
definitely
people.
a couple points in the night where I had to be like, guys. Also, I ate a really strong edible last night, so I'm still kind of feeling it. So if I start like rambling about nothing or stopping mid-sentence and giggling, that's why.
That's why. I last night had I've had one of their beers before, I think, on the video, but Cinderlands that are they're local. They just put out a barley wine that's aged in a ton of different barrels that's fucking excellent. But last night I had their one stout that also is aged in like a million barrels, and that shit erased my brain. Like I was out walking the dog at like 4:30 and I'm like, am I still drunk? Like, I finished this beer 14 hours ago. Oh boy, yeah, it is the mind eraser, but a good beer. Not that's not the beer for the beer video today, but and it can't be. It's now disqualified since I already had it. But I bought a beer. Who went first last week? Fuck.
You wrote a post-it. That's all I can remember.
Oh man, I didn't put the thing up. The
I
sticky note. And I'll make the joke. Yes, I know Greedo went first. We all know that. Check the comment section of last week's video for anybody that doesn't understand the reference. Not that people don't understand the Greedo reference.
okay. Hmm. Uh, let's see. I feel like you went first.
Oh, I thought you were trying to figure out the Greedo reference. I was sitting here. I know. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, what? Maybe the edible is really kicking in. This is
I
what
don't.
we should watch last week's video while we're doing this week's video to figure out who the fuck went first. I think I went first.
Okay, well, now that we've got that figured out.
I am going to make a new note while you're doing this, and I'm listening.
All right, I've
I'm gonna make
got
a new note.
from Fair State, which is cooperatively run. That's pretty cool.
Fair
And
state.
it's called Spirit Fowl, and it
That's
is a
not cool.
hay, and it's got these kind of nice dots
Yeah,
on
a
the.
little psychedelic.
Yeah, it looks like uh, a record cover from the 70s. Very
Yeah.
nice. It's a super juicy tropical hazy IPA with strata and mosaic hops. It is 6.3% alcohol by volume. I was in the mood for something a little fruity. I made this punch last night with like ginger ale and blood orange soda and orange mango juice, and it was really good. So I'm hoping to continue the tropical fruit flavors putting in my face.
Helen went first. I'm putting it on my monitor. It's funny because you were saying album covers, and I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of maybe like a Tangerine Dream cover. And I was like, oh, maybe there's tangerine in the beer. I don't remember if you said that.
Look, I actually poured it
That's a
decently.
really good pour.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty hazy, like
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
like, kind of dark yellow.
Classic beer color.
Hmm. Oh, there it is.
Ah,
Okay. Yes, this is a very fruity IPA. Kind of it's weird. Like the first flavor to hit me is like kind of that piney hops flavor,
yeah.
but like a lot of juicy fruit in the aftertaste. Mm.
Juicy fruit gum? Like that type of fruit, or just juicy fruit in general
Fruit as the abstract concept, not a
as a
gum
con?
brand.
All right. Okay.
It's pretty good. I prefer a more fruit forward one, I would say.
So it's like a hint of fruit.
Yeah. I'm also pretty high, I'm realizing, so probably messing with sense of taste.
It's Christmas Eve. You're supposed to be high. I'm gonna get high tomorrow. I've decided tomorrow. There's this wrestling podcast that I listen to, and they always do a Christmas show where everybody gets drunk and people call in, and I'm not allowed to listen to it in front of people in my house. So I'm gonna get high tomorrow and take a walk through the neighborhood and listen to the entire show and not annoy anybody but myself. I
There you
just
go.
I just got a new battery last week. It's called the Seahorse. I wish I had it with me because it's huge. And so like the little pens that you can buy at the dispensary that are like 12 bucks. For some reason, those don't get me that well. So this thing is technically this thing is made for dabbing, but you can unscrew the part that you use for dabbing and you can screw in a cartridge. So that's what I've been doing. And it takes you to other planets. Like one hit. I was Thursday night. I was watching the football game and Brody was mostly being good because she's drugged too now. So I just took a huge drag on the porch and went back into the house. Usually it takes like, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes before I start feeling it. I swear before I sat down on the couch, I was feeling it. And it was a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe after this I'm gonna watch The Holy Mountain if I can find that to watch anywhere. Um, I watched that moderately high a couple weeks ago and it was really good. And I think it would be better now that I'm a little bit more than moderately high.
Probably, yeah. Oh, sorry. I just ate. And so my body is making strange noises. I I had leftover steak for tonight. They accidentally got pitched. By the time I realized it, it was like way too late to order from just about anywhere. So the only place I could get any food from was Red Robin. So I got a turkey burger and some fries, and they fucked up my burger. So I had to slide all the bullshit off and re kind of remake it. And I am burping. So.
Ah, well, there you go.
And so anybody out there who's watching this who's like, why don't you just eat a beef burger, you coward? It's because my body cannot digest beef. If I eat beef, it's bad. So I have to eat turkey burgers. It's a shame. I miss burgers, like real ones, but it's close. It's close enough.
Yeah, I actually ate a burger today as well. That was like my one thing that wasn't left over, scooped out of the fridge. So I guess we are twins in that respect.
Yeah.
Uh, I had an actual cow burger and my tummy is grumbling a bit, so
Mine would be, yes, the same thing. There'd be a lot of exiting going on right now. I went to a pirate game with folks I work with like 2 seasons ago, and I was hungry, and so I was like, "Fuck, I haven't had a hot dog in so long." And so they had like these jumbo hot dogs. I was like, "That's what I'm fucking getting." I got one, and I got about 3/4 of the way through it before it hit me to like, "Oh wait, fuck, this is like an all beef hot dog." And
oh no.
it was too late. So yeah, I had a fun couple of days after that. So beef, it's not what's for dinner. If anybody remembers that commercial. Yeah. How about shirts? Oh, are you
Oh,
done? I'm sorry, were you done with the beer? I didn't know if you were done commenting. I just
about it. It's an IPA. It's a hazy IPA. It's pretty good. There's nothing strange about it. I recommend Fair State. They're very good.
Helen, your highness is now apparent to me as well.
Hmm?
Your level of high is now apparent to me as well. It's tremendous. I'm couldn't be happier. Oh, this is the that's the seahorse thing. That's what it looks like. This is just the box. So it's like it's a big boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Blood Star shirt. As you reminded me, they had that really good album out this year. And I was listening to it today just because um that second single from it, I think it was, that like every time I listen to it, it gets stuck in my head for like weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So I had to try to like purge it a little bit so it wasn't looping constantly.
Yeah. I have to buy a Bloodstar shirt. I do not have any other shirts. So that's gonna be on my list for next year. Or maybe we still have a week left, maybe this year. I kind of went holiday-ish. I'm wearing the King Diamond No Presents for Christmas shirt.
There you go.
There you go. And it might be a bootleg, but I tried to buy the real thing, but I couldn't. So I found a version of it. So I haven't listened to that song yet. I have that on vinyl. I think it's way across the room. I was trying to figure out all the K stuff is behind me and I'm not getting up. But anyway, yeah, so no presents for Christmas, King fucking Diamond. Speaking of which, or not King Diamond, but speaking of the holidays, I do have a holiday-ish beer. It's from Prairie Artisan Ales. It's called Seasick Crocodile.
Oh, I was hoping it was the one I had at the arcade bar recently.
Well, I love Prairie. I can't think of a bad Prairie beer, at least that I've had. This one may be a little bit of a challenge. It's a sour ale with cranberries, ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Uh, Very festive, and then that's the can art. So it kind of looks like a
Before liking it.
yeah, looks like an ugly Christmas sweater. And of course the seasick crocodile, a reference to the Grinch Stole Christmas. Also, check out the you can see that. That looks like an old style soda can tab from like the 80s.
Oh,
Isn't that weird? Ooh. Oh, and the glass is not festive. I'm just drinking out of a New Japan Pro Wrestling Lion Mark glass. Also a bootleg. All right, let's see here. Let's pour this. It's a little bit of a little reddish, a little goldish. Uh,
hmm.
a little bit ahead, not too much. Uh, wow, that smells like cinnamon, which obviously, wow, it smells really good. If this was just the beer smelling video, this would be a thumbs up. But let's go for it. Hmm. Wow, that is wow. So cinnamon's the first smell that I get, but the first taste is without question the nutmeg. Very, very nutmeg-y. Um, Honestly, not that sour, which is fine. This may be a weird comparison. If you're eating watermelon and you get kind of closer to the rind, how it starts to taste a little bit sour.
Hmm.
That's sort of what it reminds me of. It's not a heavy sour. Um, it's more of it's there, but it's not overwhelming. So if you're somebody who is not too excited about sours or is a little sketchy with them, as I used to be, I wouldn't worry about this. I mean, it's a little sour, but it's not overwhelming. It's probably a pretty good starter sour if that's something you want to do. It is festive as shit.
That's
Um, I can taste everything in it, like the ginger a little bit of the ginger, but really the cinnamon and nutmeg is really what stands out. Um, oh, this is actually listed as a malt beverage with natural flavor. Uh,
hmm.
I guess I can taste a little bit of the bitterness from the cranberries. But again, not a lot, which is good because I really don't like cranberry flavored stuff. Not a fan. But it's not. It's not too overwhelming. It's just really like cinnamon and nutmeg. That is like the big factor here. And so, of course, this is a Christmas ale. They could not have nailed this any harder if they tried. This is really pleasant. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, like they sometimes go for some like weird flavor choices, but I've never had a bad Prairie beer. I will agree there.
Yeah, they do a lot of really great stouts. Excuse me. I like every one of their stouts. They have a really good Christmas stout too, but I couldn't do that for the beer video because I've already had it. It's called Santa Bomb, and that's really good. So if you find Santa Bomb anywhere, definitely pick it up and get ready to get fucked up because it's like 13 or 14%. Oh, this is I don't know if I said it, 6.3%. Um, yeah, it's pretty good beer. I really like this. Um, I wish I hadn't just eaten because it's now everything is meeting up in my stomach and it's not going to let me feel the effects of the alcohol, but yeah, it's okay. I have a for later. So I went to Rehoboth Beach in August, like end of August, beginning of September. And when I was there, I got two crowlers filled of 120-minute aged in Utopia barrels, and I was saving one of them for tonight. So, yes, it was poured from the draft months ago, but it's in a sealed can, and it should be okay. But I'm gonna be massacred later, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Brody got a ball pit today.
Oh, good for her.
She likes it. Yeah. It came with these bunch of tennis balls that were like Christmas themed, and so she was outstanding in it. But what she really just likes to chase the balls around the yard. So she did, pretty good job of that. So that's going to be hopefully a distraction. I mean, we're not really Christmas is sort of almost non-existent to me now because my parents are gone, and I mean my sisters and her husband are here, but they generally do stuff with his I think with his side of the family. And so we're just having Jaden and Lex over tomorrow, and just gonna have a small little thing, and it'll be fine. Less is more. I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with that. What about you?
Um, I'm calling my mom tomorrow, and I think Matt's calling his family. But yeah, I don't think we're really doing anything besides so our friend Will gifted us a ton of cheese. So I guess we're eating this cheese. He works at um a co-op, so he just brought like 10 varieties of fancy cheese over. So I
Oh
guess
man,
we're picking at that tomorrow.
that's
And
a good
I'm
idea.
probably gonna watch Rare Exports, which is my favorite Christmas movie. Yeah.
I already watched Die Hard today, so that's already been ingested. And I am a sucker. I do enjoy A Christmas Story. I really like that movie. And so I guess the marathon has already started because it's a little after 8. So I probably will watch that a little bit. Um, I watched something last night. I don't remember what. But so wait, which movie is this again? Because I'm gonna have to watch it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, Rare Exports.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a finished comedy. It's about reindeer herders in Finland, and they're working next to this like dig run by this American company.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing is like they find like the real Santa Claus, who's basically this terrifying like Krampus creature, like in a mountain in Finland. And it's great. It's like if The Thing was a Christmas movie.
We just watched The Thing, funny enough.
Yeah,
Let's watch it like around Halloween.
um, I have a friend who works in Antarctica sometimes,
Yeah.
and oh, he works in the summer, I think, but he knows some people who work there like through the Arctic winter, and he said that like the night before, like they shut down the air route like into and out of the base, which they're going to be on their own for 6 months. It's
Yeah.
like that all the scientists and everyone just gathers around and watches the thing.
That's a Why? That'd be the worst. Yeah, that's the worst situation to watch it in.
I guess.
I did find it. It's actually the movie is on Peacock, so I can watch it on Peacock. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that later. I'm very excited. Um, I was gonna try to let's not shit on anybody this week. It's Christmas. We'll be nice to people.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't really think of anything I feel worth commenting on. I don't know.
I'm gonna say something good, and I think you'll be with me on this. I was thinking about this the other day. I was reading something. I got my new issue of Decibel, and they have like the story about like the 21 most anticipated albums coming out next year.
Ooh, I'm never
And
so
what's that?
I'm never on top of those things, so like I'm excited to find out what you're gonna talk about.
I'm on top of some of it, but there were some things in there that I didn't realize were coming out, or like there's things that aren't imminent but are expected to be out next year and stuff like that. So it's like a mix. But the first album they talked about, which is one that we both know about, and you could I think two of the tracks are already available, but it's the new Judas Priest record. And I was
Oh,
thinking that in 2023, soon to be 24, we still have an operating Judas Priest that's still making pretty good music, that's still playing live shows. We still have Judas Priest.
yeah, that's definitely a net positive. I believe Rob Halford has referred to himself as the stately homo of heavy metal, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, if we're gonna make this wholesome, you know, thank God for Rob Halford, who is, still at it, still posting like all of his cat themed t-shirts to his Instagram, still
Yep.
like his partner and still like putting out like pretty good work with Judas Priest generally. Um, Read his autobiography. It's very good.
Yeah.
Um, I think it was my second favorite celebrity autobiography I've read, next to Elvira's.
I never read Elvira's. I would love to read that.
You need to.
Yeah.
There's He knows every single person in the world, every single famous person. Um, she talks about how like, she hung out with Elvis and she thought like he was gonna hit on her, but instead he just like this was at like kind of a point later in his life when he was like getting into weird hobbies. He starts like talking your ear off about numerology.
Oh my.
Yeah, and she says she never took up smoking really because little Richard yelled at her for doing it. Um, and she made a joke to Sammy Davis Jr. about his fake eye that he thought was very funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's absolutely buck wild and
Yeah.
like highly recommend it.
How old is she now? Like early 70s, right?
God, who knows? Like, all I know is I look at her and I'm like, I don't care what kind of like surgical magic happened to make you like this, but like, tell me what you did and how I do it.
Yeah, she still looks incredible. Let's see. How old is she?
My girlfriend, pretty lucky there, damn.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
you know,
72. 72.
found a partner because like that woman was able to shut the fuck up about being Elvira's girlfriend for like decades.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's 72. So,
Oh man.
you know, I hope I look presentable at 72. I hope I'm
Yeah.
here at 72.
If I look half as good as Elvira does, like
Yeah, we'll have done something right. Elvira and Rob Halford and Judas Priest. They're still here and they're still awesome. And yeah, can't say anything better than that. So this has been the beer video. Hopefully everybody has a good safe holiday. Don't do anything fucking stupid. Um, I don't know. Get off of Twitter. Just get rid of your Twitter account. Or that's what it's still called. It's what it's called. Just get rid of it. Just leave. Although, all right, I said I wasn't gonna get negative. I'm just gonna say one sentence and that's it. The shitheads are coming to threads. I think they're tired of not having people to fight with, and now they're moving into threads.
Yeah, it's weird seeing what gets recommended to me, like, because, I'm
Mm.
not going to join threads because it seems like it's worse than Twitter, which is a hell of an accomplishment.
It's
But like,
really not. I mean, it's operationally, it's not as good because not everybody's on there. And so the thing that Twitter does have, as far as like if you're trying to follow, like I follow when I was on Twitter, I followed it for like football, like pro football news or like pro wrestling news or just news in general. And so Threads doesn't quite have the amount of coverage, like not as many of those people are on there. But it was better because seeing, racist right-wing shitheads was sort of a rarity, and they're starting to. I think they're tired of their echo chamber. So just block them. That's all you got to do. Just fucking block them.
yeah, it's funny that I get like I haven't had any straight up right-wing stuff
Hmm.
from advertised to me, but like I get a lot of the very weird, very bloodthirsty Zionists. Like their fucking
Oh,
threads up in the middle of my Instagram feed, and it's like I wanted to look at my friends' photos of their animals. Like, I don't want this guy braying for Palestinian blood. Like, get this the fuck out of here.
oh, I haven't seen. Oh, now I'll probably end up seeing it because I'm talking about it, but I haven't seen that yet. So apparently,
Yeah, like I thought I was the only one, like, and I don't know why, because like to the extent I interact with any content on there about like about Palestine, it's all from like my that one company I buy all my scarves from, and like, that's all pro-Palestine stuff. So like it's like I don't know, did you decide like I needed a balanced take on it? Because I
no,
don't.
we don't. We don't. We're good. Let's just, yeah. All right. Well, we did get a little bit negative, but Judas Priest, Rob Halford, and Elvira, and King Diamond, and Bloodstar. Everybody go enjoy yourself, get as high as you possibly can, or as drunk, and but stay home, don't drive, and we'll see you next week. I already have my beer for next week, Helen, and it is very fitting. So,
Cool. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, we'll be doing that day before New Year's Eve.
mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
all right, have to get something good.
You got 6 days.
I will put it off till the last minute, I'm sure.
Yes, that's the way we do it around here. We do it at the last minute.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Goodbye.